Hey everybody, Card Bandit here. What I'm going to be going over today are the green NOCs. Okay, so let's get straight into it. The tuck case is very simple. You've just got a black bar going all the way around the bottom and a green bar going all the way around the top. It says NOC on the bottom there, and on that it says minimal playing cards, and on the bottom it has some information about the distributor and the company. So the box opens from the side, which I thought was really neat, and then you have green on the inside. Now I'm doing a review of the green NOCs. I have the purples and the yellows as well, but all that's really going to change is the coloration, so from green to purple or purple to yellow. Alright, so on the inside it says your card is the six of diamonds, which can be really good for Magic. You can find some use for that in Magic, and it changes from color to color. So on the purple it says King of Clubs, and so I know that it changes around. Now the box opening from the side, as cool as it is, it's not as good as you may think, or at least I was underwhelmed by the fact that the box gets destroyed much easier. I don't think you have that support on the box because it's opening from the side. It's just not as strong, I don't think. You lose some of the structural stability of the box itself. And on the bottom you have this big long flap that comes up through the bottom, and because that flap is pretty long, you're going to run into some issues with putting your cards in the card box because it sticks out at the bottom. So that being said, that's the top case. Let's get into the back design of the NOCs. Now, all I can say about the back design, guys, is that there is none. All you're going to get is a solid bar of color with thinner borders. Okay, so that is your back design. Now, all the spot cards here in the deck are standard. So your spot cards is standard coloration and standard pips. The quirk cards in this deck are also standard. So nothing really overly different about these quirk cards than your bicycles, your regular bikes. Your jokers are simple. All they have are a star in the center and say Joker on them. They're the same though, which makes them useful for Magic. And then you've got your Ace of Spades, which just has a big chunky ace in the middle of it, and it says minimal playing cards there. So those are the cards, guys. Let's get into the handling. Now these cards, if I had two words to describe them, would be stiff and chunky, okay? Durable and chunky. These cards are very, very stiff, okay? The stock of these cards is just very, very stiff. I wouldn't say it's thicker than a regular bicycle deck. It's just much harder to manipulate. So when you're doing moves like your lapel spread, you're going to have a little bit more difficulty with it, just because these cards don't have much flexibility to them. But if you're trying to build your hand strength, it's a good deck to use because of the stiffness. The card also has a smooth finish, so it's not an air cushion finish, which means these cards have a little bit more friction to them than your regular deck of cards. Okay, so you can see that there is a little bit of unevenness to the fan just because of that smooth finish on the cards, but you're still able to do fans and without any too much issues. And they look good in fans just because of the thinner borders, so you can actually see that color. Okay, where these cards really shine though, guys, is in the durability department. Because of the stiffness of the stock and the smooth finish combined together, they're very, very durable. You can drop them, you can I've dropped some on a damp surface before, and they didn't really absorb the water, so these cards are going to last you, and if you take care of them, they're going to last you even longer. And these cards also benefit in aerials, so your deck flips, and your card cuts because of the stiffness of the stock. Because it's stiff, the cards won't separate out or bend on you when you're doing cuts. They also stick together a little bit more because of the friction of that smooth finish. That is why the aerials are also good, because the cards stick together when you're doing them. You can also do single card moves a lot easier because they don't bend as much. You may find it a little bit tricky to do some magic moves. Double lifts are going to be a lot easier because of the friction of the cards, like I said, and you won't have much bending, but doing things like palms might be a little bit trickier for you. So I would recommend getting this deck if you're a little bit more advanced into cardistry and magic, just because you'll know how the cards handle and you'll be able to compensate for it a little bit easier than if you're a beginner. But I still really like this deck because of the durability and the fact that it's simple, which allows you to see card cuts and not get overcomplicated with the design on them. I just really like that about the cards. So, if you have any more questions about these decks, feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and I will catch you later.